Yu-Gi-Oh! Is finally getting serialized cards and extended frame cards? Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. This is game-breaking news. This is the biggest news we've had in years. So this is the Limit Over collection. And this is very, very, very interesting. So the special packs, the Limit Over collection, the Heroes, will go on sale February 28th, and the Limit Over collection, the Rivals, will go on sale March 28th. Featuring cards in the style and image of the heroes and rivals of the franchise. These packs introduce Overframe cards whose card designs feature illustrations exploding off of the artwork frame. A brand new dazzling feature for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game, and among the Overframe Prismatic Secret Rares, there will also be super limited number of cards with the serial numbers on them. Also, many cards that first debuted in the various anime series will finally be brought to the official card game, while a ton of reprinted cards will be included with brand new illustrations. It's very interesting. Many cards that first debuted in the various anime series will finally be brought into the official card game. I'm kind of curious about that. I'm wondering if we'll finally be getting some Overrush stuff. Kind of what I'm thinking here. So the Heroes will be coming out on February 28th, and it will be for this it'll be 38 ultras or 42 supers. The Rivals will be a little bit in less, but I mean it's still like 38, 42. Ultra rares and super rares will be coming in actual the higher rarities, basically, which is kind of crazy because that's 80 potential cards in each pack. Is kind of interesting to actually consider. And a select number of cards come in collector's foiling and ultimate foilings, and among the 80 cards, 18 of them will come in the new Overframe card design. So 18 per, and Overframe cards are ultra rares or prismatic secret rares. So what are we expecting out of these? So your definition of Overrush rare was something like this, and it's a rarity that was introduced in Rush Duel, and it is a first rarity to feature a full art which depicts the monsters appearing outside of the text box. Now, I'm kind of wondering if they're going to have to redesign the text box here a little bit for this, which, I mean, that could very easily be done, but they're classifying this. Keep in mind over here that this is being called the Overframe cards, so it'll be something exploding. Now, I did pull up a lot of what these cards can look like just to kind of showcase you. I mean, there's so many of them here. Now, one of these more popular ones is the Red Eyes Black Dragon. Now, as you can see, I don't really get a good picture of this, but you can see like the effects of the monster popping out. You do get to see the elemental symbol here with this and so forth. Now, let's ship on over here. Let's look at the Cyber Twin, for example, here, because this looks a lot better. You know, you get to see like the thundering elemental effects popping out of the frame here, but you also do get to see that the name still appears overneath the card itself. Now, my next question becomes, you know, especially as we're exploring these cards, you know, how coveted are these Overframe Rush rares? And also, where's Konami going to put the stamp number? I mean, I guess they could put the stamp number where the attack points and stats are here, but also kind of wondering if there's going to have to be a reconstruction of this. Now, the Harpy here also looks amazing. This is actually by far the best example of what I would say is the Overrush status here, because you get to see just like this pops over the frame so nicely. You know, you slap the very nice text on it. It has the elemental stamp here. This, no matter how you want to spin it, this card is just gorgeous. Now, of course, you do get to see some of your, this is a little bit more flavorful for Rush Duel, but I mean, they have the freaking camera up here taking a picture of them, man. Like, come on, the abilities for what you can actually work with this is crazy. Now this is another crazy example. Look at how the coloring pops off of this card. This is also a pretty terrible scan for the card, but I mean, even like on a dull lighting, you can actually tell how much nicer that this looks. This is another good example here. You can actually see like the foiling, and I'm hoping that there is a little bit more of a texture to this, because I think that'd be really, really nice, especially in the department of the Overrush stuff in general. And also, this is an Overrush track card. I don't know if we'll necessarily, I think they're just going to start with like monsters to kind of dip their feet into this, because it's very apparent that they're being a little bit scared of doing this in actual Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, for those of you that are huge fans of Valkyrion the Magnet Warrior, you know, this is the level of technology that Overrush can provide us. We can actually see things like this coming to town, and I think that this is gorgeous for a card. Injection Fairy Lily. Now, this is a little bit more simple. I mean, the major things here are just like the wings popping out. You know, you never really got that. And I mean, you do see the border here is still part of the actual initial card itself. It's just the wings become more of the illustration itself. Now, this is a good example. So if we actually can bridge into actually using the spell card arts and actually seeing these things, this is an actual attack coming out from the monster. Like, this is the kind of stuff that I want to see in my Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, especially the ability to use these things. Okay. We've also got, so this is not necessarily too crazy, but this is basically, you know, if they're just going to extend out the border a little bit, you know, maybe make this pop out a little bit, then sure. The Dark Magician Girl is another classic example of just the Overrush card itself. Now, I mean, obviously the legs and things would extend out beyond that. We also do see, so this was the Red Eyes that we saw earlier that I showcased. You do see that the Infernal Fire Blast here is building up. You can also see like the actual building of the fire, but there is like no confliction down here in the text box, which is very, very nice. Now, once again, we get back into those details of what we can do with the spell cards. The Neutron Blast attack here from the 3 Blue Eyes is fucking gorgeous, man. That's amazing. And of course, the Harpies. Look at this, man. For the waifu tax enjoyers here, you guys know that, like, especially when you get into this Overrush department up here, like, that's crazy. Graceful Charity. This card is gorgeous too. The wings coming out of this while getting the 3 cards handed to you, like, this is beyond crazy. I mean, I also see that they have the actual foil version, so you can see this texturing and stuff coming around that. That's nuts. Summon Skull looks gorgeous. I mean, if I could summon a Summon Skull every single time and it would look this menacing on the opponent, like, that's crazy. We also have Gaia. Now, this is a little bit boring. I hate to be the first one to say this, but I mean, like, oh no, it pops out of the border. Woo! Needs way more detail. You need that explosion coming out of it. Like the Harpies here, for example. You know, it's that... I'm really hoping that this is the level of detail that they're going to go with. We also do get to see... So, you're telling me that the Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, explodes out like this? Like, our cards suck in comparison to these. Like, these are amazing. We also do get to see Mobius. You know, for Mobius being a little bit more simplistic of a monster, having the icicle spears actually appearing out from behind him is absolutely worth it. We also do get to see Dark Magician, and I would love to see something like this too, just for a basic art of popping out. You see, you know, all of the shredding of the magic popping out around him. Like, this is a very expensive card, but for what this is pure awesomeness, honestly. So I fully look forward to seeing what they are going to do with this technology. I'm also curious to see where they're going to put the, you know, serial numbers on these cards. But please, you know, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. You know, are you excited for the technology to come with this? Because I really am. You guys have a good rest of your day, all right? Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.